Mark Hummel is here from Hummel's Nissan and tell a little story about how this place came to be. And of course, Nissan, we remember growing up, it was not Nissan, it was Datsun.
Datsun back then.
Yep.
Datsun until about 1983. Of course, Nissan was always the company. Datsun was just the name here. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And a lot of people are confused about that.
And how long has the dealership been in Central Iowa?
Long enough that they were wearing those pants.
As a matter of fact, we just hang on.
Yeah,
Look
kind
at
of high
that.
rise there, maybe.
Look at that visual. That is fantastic.
That's actually my father in that picture. I would say that picture is about 1980, and
That is
I just
fantastic.
come into the business maybe a year or two before that, and
Wow.
that's at a showroom where.
I was gonna say, is that same location you are now, or
No,
completely
this
different
is
place?
in Beaverdale. If you know where Christopher's Restaurant
Yeah.
is, to
Oh,
drop an
wow.
old name and some old friends of mine. But that's right next door to their restaurant. In fact, their banquet
Fun.
room is our old shop in that building.
Oh, it is? Really?
Yeah, if you
Oh, I
go to
didn't
that
know
banquet,
that.
that's our old shop, yeah.
I had no idea.
And
That's cool.
That's cool.
our building there, that building there was built in 1929 by my grandfather and his two brothers. And at that time, Beaverdale was kind of out in the open. It was kind of, on the edge of town.
That was the outskirts.
That was the first suburban dealership, yeah, 1929.
Wow.
So obviously a family dealership that's been going
Oh yeah,
for many years.
we're actually the third generation of three brothers to be in the dealership. So
Now, forgive my ignorance, but in 1929, what were you selling back then?
there's, I think, Lou, you're going to have a picture of our old showroom there in 1929. Maybe that somebody can bring that up. But
Okay.
there's a Plymouth and a DeSoto in the showroom.
Oh, okay.
And there we go there. That's my grandfather.
Oh, it is, really?
Yeah, 1929. Of course, in those days, it was kind of a one-man show. You would work on the cars. That's why he has the mechanic smock on. And of course, he'd come out. Somebody wanted to buy a car. He'd come out and sell the car also.
Huh.
And there's a little sign over his left shoulder. It's a little horizontal sign there. And in the real picture, and in the close-up picture, you can see the price of those cars. And I think that DeSoto was $735, and the Plymouth was $685.
That's how much payments are for some people in their cars.
Those are monthly
today.
payments now.
Yeah. Is that amazing? But talk about making leaps and bounds. When did you really see a changeover from the business that was done the way it was back then to what we experience now?
From a consumer standpoint, to me the business was largely the same for a number of years until about the last, 15 years really, with the advent of the internet and all this kind of stuff, our business has become considerably more transparent. I mean, you can go online now and know as much about what we knew about the cars, 30 years ago in a matter of an hour. You can know the prices, you can have your car structured, you can have it all specced out, they'll show you colors of the car, and everything about the deal, what other people are paying for the car, what your trade-in's worth. You can do all this in about an hour's worth of work. Back then, there was nothing. So from a consumer standpoint, I think the business has really evolved into something that is a lot more consumer friendly than it used to be.
So how did that change the way your salespeople work?
Well,
now?
we just have to, we acknowledge that fact, and actually it makes the transaction a lot quicker. We don't have to educate anybody. A lot of the people, seriously, they know as much about the cars as we do right now. It's amazing how much people know about cars. And so, we work with what they have to work with. It is actually, it's actually a nice thing to have them to be educated about what they're buying. And, I think that puts a lot more trust into the transaction, actually, because before it was kind of a black box. You walked up and, you didn't know anything about what you're doing. You're just trusting this person.
Right.
Right.
And hopefully, you're going to get a good deal. Well, now, you have a way of knowing everything. It's all laid out now. So.
And the location of your place now?
We're at 4770 Merle Hay Road, and we have a used car operation just up the street, one building, and then we have a commercial building. This is our pre-owned center, which is a couple buildings up, and then across the street we have a commercial center that we sell our commercial vehicles. This is the main store at 4770 Merle Hay Road.
How much does what you guys offer after you buy the car matter nowadays, the service and that aspect?
It's really everything now, and that's one thing, and from the manufacturer standpoint, the whole business is about the consumer experience. They understand that a person who services with you is like 3 times more likely to buy a car off of you than a person who doesn't.
Because they go there and they know the people. And
yeah, they're in your place, and they're talking to you. They get to know everybody, and the manufacturer's putting a huge amount of emphasis on that. And in fact, we're now rated in owner loyalty, customer retention, and all they have manufacturer programs that actually reward us for doing that. And that's something that has really changed, I think, in the last 10 years.
And how many cars go through your location, do you think?
You mean how many do we sell a year?
How many do you sell in either a month or a year? How many
Well, a year. Last year we sold 3,000.
3,000 vehicles.
Yeah, about 2,200 new. About 2,200 new.
Oh my goodness!
About 1,000 used.
Do the math on that and try to figure out how many cars you're signing off on a daily basis.
Yeah, I still sign all the checks to the courthouse on every one of them. I know we're doing a lot.
So what has made you want to stay in this business? Like, it's wonderful to see pictures of your grandfather and your father, but what made you want to stay?
I actually love the car business. I love the people. I love the old. I have customers that I've been selling cars to since. You saw the picture of me with the high pockets on, back there in 1980.
I thought that was last week.
That they're still around. I've known them. I've seen their kids grow up, go off to college, and now their kids are buying off me. And that's the part of that I really like. I still like selling cars.
Yeah.
The Hummel's brother, even at the gas pumps.
There's the old-fashioned crank gas pumps out front.
I love looking at those old pictures.
Hey, tell us about the Award of Excellence.
Oh, well, that's again, we're talking about the manufacturer, how much emphasis they put on, rewarding you for taking care of the customer, owner loyalty, and sales. Of course, they like volume, and you have to do all of that to get the Award of Excellence. Now, I would say probably less than 10% of all dealers earn that award. We are one of only 2 dealers in the entire United States to have won that since its inception 14 years ago, every year. And so we're real proud of that. And then this year we also got Nissan's Global Award, which is the highest award they offer to any dealer. It's the top 50 dealers in the world. And it's for attaining that Award of Excellence and also doing a certain level of volume, which qualifies you for that. So
that is amazing.
Yeah, we're real proud of that.
What a great job, and such a legacy too.
Yeah, it really is, and I guess really we really feel it's just it's hiring great people that really embrace the idea of taking care of the customer and building these relationships so people come back and earn that loyalty with them.
All right, now, okay, Mark. Now the most important question of all. You ready? What do you drive?
Well. Should this be a pitch or is this just a question?
Seriously. if I went over to your, what would you be pulling up to the dealership?
I drive a Nissan Murano, a brand new one.
Murano.
And I was just telling Dean on the way down that when we're coming down
Westergaard.
Yeah, and I'm telling him, this is the best car Nissan's ever built, and I love it.
That's saying something.
It's a crossover, which is kind of where the market's shifting to, is from sedan to crossover a little bit, and it is just it's just a terrific car. I love it.
All right, so they have your question answered. What does the guy who owns the joint drive? Murano, right?
Yeah,
there it is.
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Very nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. It's wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
It is 9:22. We'll be right back. You're watching Great Day Live on KCWI.